Good evening. You're now with me, Hendy for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. The MADANI RAKYAT 2024 Sarawak Ku Sayang program is set to attract over 300,000 visitors. Sarawakian youth are called to explore the rapidly growing biotechnology industries. The government remains committed to ensuring the country achieves better efficiency and transparency. The MADANI RAKYAT 2024 Sarawak Ku Sayang program, set to take place over 3 days starting tomorrow at the Boulevard Mall grounds in Miri, Sarawak, is expected to attract 300,000 visitors. Senior Secretary of the Communications Ministry, Mazlan Abdul Muttalib, said various services and exciting activities will be available for attendees, including the MADANI Sales program.
Saya jangka lebih 300,000. Dan ini bukan saja warga negeri Sarawak, kan. Sabah pun akan turun juga. Tapi ini yang penting saya nak ingatkan, kena rancang perjalanan sebab kawasan ini akan sesak. Jadi kita sediakan pengangkutan. Jadi nasihat saya, terus pergi ke Stadium Miri, akan naik shuttle bus.
Oh, ada shuttle bus?
Ada shuttle bus. Sebab kalau semua tembus itu, saya rasa jam Bandar Miri. Dan juga rancang perjalanan datang awal, pergi ke Tut, dan busnya akan daripada pukul 8 pagi sampai 12 malam.
Mazlan further explained that visitors can access services from agencies under the Communications Ministry booth, including the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission MCMC, the National Film Development Corporation FINAS, and the Information Department.
Okey, dia ada satu yang menarik kat situ, ada Jabatan Perdagangan Malaysia lah. Nak tengok gambar yang pertaburan Tuanku Agong yang baru dengan yang lama, ada hard copy dia. Tapi kena pergi ke
Sesuatu yang menarik ditunjukkan.
Kena pergi ke ruang komunikasi, dan juga ada cabutan bertuah.
He further added that the program offers a platform for the public to directly access services from both federal and state government ministries and agencies. The Ministry of Rural and Regional Development KKDW through Majlis Amanah Rakyat MARA is set to collaborate with a biorefinery company in Bintulu to create more opportunities for skilled and semi-skilled workers, especially for the youth of Sarawak. Deputy Minister of KKDW, Dato' Rubia Wang, stated that this strategic step is to ensure that Sarawak continues to benefit from the rapidly growing biotechnology and oil refining industries.
Dan sebagai salah satu kementerian yang banyak melaksanakan pendidikan Tibet, khasnya berteraskan kemahiran, kita menganggap ini satu kesempatan, satu peluang yang amat baik dalam kita melahirkan pekerja-pekerja mahir dan juga para mahir dalam bidang yang berkenaan.
She said this when met at the Felkra Madani program in Johor on Thursday. Through training programs organized by MARA, Sarawakian youth will be exposed to the latest technology in the biorefinery industry while enhancing their technical skills in the field. The Kota Samarhan MP said the collaboration is expected to focus on enhancing local human resource capacity in line with the industry's demand for highly skilled workers.
Kementerian kita, khususnya MARA, kita akan cuba berkomunikasi dengan syarikat ataupun kilang berkenaan berkaitan dengan bidang-bidang yang diperlukan, kemahiran-kemahiran yang diperlukan. Dan kalau bidang ini bertepatan dengan bidang kemahiran yang kita adakan, khususnya di institusi pendidikan MARA, khususnya contohnya IKM Bintulu yang terdekat di situlah.
Bintulu, being one of Sarawak's key industrial areas, is expected to continue growing as a center for the nation's biotechnology industry. This initiative aims to strengthen Sarawak's position in the biorefining industry and enhance the state's global competitiveness. Recently, Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Aban Johari Tun Openg, has announced plans to build a biorefinery plant in Bintulu. The crackdown against corruption remained the government's priority to ensure the country achieve better efficiency and transparency, as well as to ease doing business. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim said the stability provided by holding two-thirds majority in the parliament has enabled the government to ensure Malaysia have better governance, thus clearing the country's image, which is sometimes associated with high-level corruption and poor governance.
That's why, precisely the reason why the crackdown against corruption is clearly a priority set of this government, and we must remain consistent to make sure that this continues. Because through effective measures of good governance and leading the country of corruption, we will only achieve better efficiency and transparency and ease of doing business.
Anwar said this in his keynote address at Invest Malaysia Iskandar 2024 in Johor on Thursday. Meanwhile, Anwar has called for greater involvement from the private sector to further enhance talent development in Malaysia.
Involvement in the private sector in education, in TVET and technical training in AI would be far more efficient than having to run as a normal educational program.
He said the issue regarding talents was brought up to him by multinational companies, MNC, operating in Malaysia that felt the lack of local talents involvement at the highest level of these companies.
Most of them expressed the concern that whilst they are proud of the fact that we have disciplined, qualified workforce, but we lack at the highest level. And that highest level must be given the young, given the opportunity to be trained now. And that has to be done together with the private sector, particularly training people through our government institutions for their own requirements. And with this is an indication how the collaborative efforts of government institutions and the private sector to fulfill the requirements of the future.
Invest Malaysia Iskandar is the 5th edition in the Invest Malaysia series for this year, following previous editions in Melbourne, China, Singapore and Hong Kong. The conference, by invitation, draws over 500 delegates, including foreign fixed income, equity and private equity investors. The Sarawak Forestry Corporation (SFC) has launched a 12-day crocodile hunting operation in Sungai Anap, Batang Tatau, starting today and continuing until October 7th. The operation is led by a special task force from SFC in collaboration with the Royal Malaysia Police (PDRM) and the Tatau District Office. SFC, through its Facebook post, has warned residents in the area to stay vigilant and avoid any activities in the river. The post added that a 5-kilometre zone upstream and downstream from the Tatau Old Market has been restricted and all river activities are prohibited during this period. Additionally, the public is discouraged from taking photos or spreading false information to avoid unnecessary speculation. Official updates regarding the operation will be provided by SFC, PDRM or the Tatau District Office from time to time. The improper disposal of food waste and garbage into the rivers has been identified as a significant factor contributing to the rise in crocodile attacks in Sarawak. According to Sarawak Forestry Corporation SFC General Manager Abang Arabi Abang Imran, research indicates that crocodiles are increasingly found in rivers near human settlements, including longhouses and villages. He further noted that crocodile sightings have also become more common in rivers close to urban areas.
Jadi saya telah arahkan beberapa ranger kita untuk membuat observation di kawasan tersebut, apa yang terjadi sebenarnya. And it's happened that kawasan-kawasan kependudukan di tepi sungai Sarawak di kawasan Sator itu terdapat satu insiden yang kita buat observation adanya pihak-pihak yang membuang lebihan-lebihan haiwan jualan ke dalam sungai Sarawak.
He made this statement when interviewed by TVS at his office on Thursday. He explained that crocodiles are attracted to food waste, leading them to approach populated areas more frequently, which increases the risk of crocodile attacks on humans.
Banyak kependudukan di tepi sungai dan sistem pelupusan sampah itu tidak teratur dengan sebetulnya. Kalau ada pun sistem yang baik, tetapi awareness penduduk yang sampai ke tahap yang membuang sampah dalam sungai. Buaya adalah sejenis haiwan yang oportunis. Dia tidak peduli apa yang jatuh dalam sungai, plastik kah, kertas kah, perut ayam kah, pampers kah, dia akan ngam. Jadi bermaknanya sebagai haiwan yang oportunis, dia akan mencari tempat yang mudah mendapat makanan.
Abang Arabi emphasized the critical importance of preserving environmental cleanliness, especially in rivers, as a measure to prevent crocodile attacks. He underscored the need for this awareness to be instilled across all levels of society. He further added that SFC will intensify its efforts and ongoing initiatives to enhance public awareness and understanding of this issue. The search and rescue SAR mission for a 6-year-old girl missing after a crocodile attack in Batang Tatau on September 18th has been suspended after 8 days of extensive search. Spokesman from Fire and Rescue Department confirmed the matter, stating that the operation will only resume if new information on Cecilia Julon Intik's whereabouts arises.
On the 8th day, rescuers focused their efforts on a 5-kilometer stretch upstream from the search and rescue control post along Batang Tatau, covering areas near Tatau town. Despite their efforts, no significant leads were found by 10:30 a.m. In the afternoon, the operation was briefly suspended to allow the family, together with a crocodile handler, to perform a ritual and set a trap for the crocodile. The search was officially called off at 5:30 p.m., pending further developments. Cecilia was last seen on September 18, bathing in the river with her family when a crocodile attacked and dragged her into the water at around 6:30 p.m. Her grandfather, who was present, witnessed the horrifying attack.
Hello there and welcome back. Now, Malaysia is planning to establish a joint task force with Laos to enhance cooperation in the development of the energy sector between the two nations. According to Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Fadilah Yusof, this initiative was one of the key topics discussed during his bilateral meeting with Laos Minister of Energy and Mines, Posai Sayason. Fadilah, who is also the Minister of Energy Transition and Water Transformation, revealed that the bilateral meeting took place in conjunction with the 2-day 42nd ASEAN Ministers on Energy meeting, AMEM, beginning September 26. He stated that the task force will explore various aspects of cooperation, including efforts to boost energy supply from Laos to Malaysia and investment opportunities for Malaysian industry players in energy generation in Laos. Therefore, He expressed hope that the Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) for the collaboration can be finalized when Malaysia hosts the ASEAN Summit in 2025. In another development, Fadilah also announced that the Laos, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore Power Integration Project (LTMS) PIP is entering its second phase 2024 to 2026, with Malaysia set to supply up to 100 megawatts of electricity to Singapore. He emphasized the importance of reciprocal cooperation within LTMS, where involved countries can support each other during energy shortages. Commenting on the 42nd AMEM, Fadilah, who is also the AMEM Vice Chairman, reiterated ASEAN's commitment to strengthening energy collaboration, including the development of the ASEAN Power Grid (APG). He noted that key considerations include financial, governance, legal aspects related to the APG, cross-border transactions, and relevant regulations. He added that the AMEM discussions also covered the interests of the Asian Development Bank and the World Bank in becoming partners for green energy development in the region. The Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) is intensifying efforts to tackle corruption and power abuse within the nation's construction sector. According to MACC Chief Commissioner Tan Sri Azam Baki, the sector is especially prone to corrupt practices, especially in road and building construction projects, as well as the escalating costs of government contracts. Adding further, he said, MACC's current focus in the construction sector involves government contracts with construction companies at both the state and federal levels.
Sebanyak USD 5 triliun setahun nilai keterusan dijangka disumbangkan oleh sektor pembinaan menjelang tahun 2030 sekiranya tiada langkah berkesan diambil bagi menangani rasuah dalam sektor ini seperti mana yang dilaporkan oleh Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors ataupun RICS, sebuah badan profesional dunia yang menetapkan piawaian dan kualiti bagi hartanah, infrastruktur dan juga pembinaan.
He stated this during his speech at the 3rd National Conference on Governance, Integrity and Anti-Corruption Research in Bangi on Thursday. He stressed that the government takes issues related to corruption, governance weaknesses, and abuse of power in the construction sector very seriously. The Cabinet Special Committee on National Governance has agreed to encourage all G7 grade companies to obtain the MS-ISO 37001 Anti-Bribery Management System (ABMS) certification. If these companies do not obtain the certification, they may not be eligible to participate in tenders under the Ministry of Finance. This initiative supports the corporate liability principle under Section 17A of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) Act 2009. The Malaysian ringgit is expected to strengthen against the US dollar in the coming years, according to a revised projection by MIDF Research. The research house is now forecasting that the US dollar ringgit exchange rate could fall below the 4.00 level by 2025, with projection for the end of this year to reach around 4 ringgit and 3 cents against the US dollar. It's said the anticipated appreciation is partly due to expected interest rate cuts in the United States. According to MIDF, as the U.S. Federal Reserve continues easing its policies, more funds are likely to flow into emerging markets, including Malaysia. The narrowing interest rate differentials will further support the ringgit as the US dollar weakens. On Thursday, the ringgit eased against the US dollar at the close due to profit-taking following its sharp gains earlier this week and on caution ahead of US personal consumption expenditures data tomorrow. The local currency fell to 4.14 compared with yesterday's close of 4.12. In addition to currency gains, MIDF expects Malaysia's stock market to continue its upward momentum in the fourth quarter of 2024, driven by foreign fund inflows, strong economic performance, and positive corporate earnings outlooks. Day 5 of Paris Sukma update. Sarawak is still in the lead and closer to its goal of sweeping 83 gold medal target, with 71 gold medal, 49 silver and 61 bronze. Sabah is still in the second with 55 gold medals, 37 silver and 25 bronze medals. Rounding the top three, Selangor with 26 gold, 38 silver and 34 bronze. Catch all the latest 21st Paris Sukma updates only on TVS. A national powerlifting athlete smashed records at the 21st Paris Sukma Sarawak 2024 on Thursday. Sarawak's own Azlan Mos met headlines by breaking the national record in the men's under 65 kilogram category. The 33-year-old powerlifter lifted an incredible 171 kilograms, surpassing the previous record of 170 kilogram set by Paralympic champion Boni Bunyal Gustin in 2018. This massive achievement secured Azlan a gold medal after his third and best attempt of the day. Hailing from Sibuya, Azlan lifted a total of 465 kilograms across his attempts, with previous lifts of 150, 155 and 160 kilograms. Silver went to Perak's Muhammad Akmal Danish Muhammad, who achieved the best lift of 143 kilograms with a total of 425 kilograms, while bronze was claimed by Muhammad Shalki Muhammad Shikri of Perlis with a lift of 116 kilograms and a total of 333 kilograms. Speaking to reporters, Azlan expressed breaking Boni Bunyal Gustin's record had been a dream of his, noting that Boni is both his friend and mentor. Azlan also revealed his ambition to improve on his record at the 2025 ASEAN Para Games in Thailand. Elsewhere, the Sarawak team continues to dominate in powerlifting, with Melinda Tiong Zingzing taking gold in the women's under 61 kilogram category by lifting a total of 158.95 kilograms. She beat Perak's Apiradi Xinjiang, who secured second place with a total lift of 151.591 kilograms, followed by Eng Ling Lee from Johor, who claimed bronze with 146.926 kilograms. Japan's longest-serving death row inmate, Iwao Hakamada, has been acquitted after more than 50 years of fighting to prove his innocence. A Japanese court ruled today that key evidence in his case had been fabricated, leading to his wrongful conviction in 1968. At 88 years old, Hakamada's release marks a significant moment for justice in Japan. The decision comes after decades of campaigning by Hakamada's supporters and a retrial granted 10 years ago. Hakamada was not present in court due to his ailing health, but his 91-year-old sister Hideko, who has been his vocal advocate throughout the ordeal, bowed deeply to the judge as the verdict was read. Hundreds of people queued in the morning to try to secure a seat for the verdict in a murder saga that has gripped the nation.
袴田さんが人間としてね、この半世紀、に扱われてこなかったっていうことを僕今の姿を見てね感じて今日はここに駆けつけました。この本当の無罪であと残り少ない人生を人間としてですね、過ごしてほしいな。
Hakamada's case has also drawn international attention, highlighting concerns over Japan's justice system. Amnesty International called today's ruling an important recognition of profound injustice, while critics point to Japan's controversial hostage justice system, which is seen as pressuring confessions through harsh interrogation tactics. Hakamada was convicted of robbing and murdering his boss and the man's family back in 1966. His confession, obtained after what he described as brutal police interrogations, was central to his conviction. But today, the court ruled that investigators had tampered with key evidence. This is only the fifth time in Japan's post-war history that a death row inmate has been granted a retrial, and all previous cases have ended in acquittal.
だと思いました。長い戦い本当お疲れ様でしたって思いました。でも次の行動に移らなきゃいけないと思うので、検察官は控訴しないでほしいということを強く思いました。
While Hakamada's supporters are celebrating this victory, the prosecution now has 2 weeks to decide whether they will appeal. What happens when cutting-edge tech meets the world of hospitality? Well, in West Texas, a 3D printed hotel is taking shape in the desert, touted to be the first in the world. Hotel rooms are being created layer by layer using a special concrete mixture. The futuristic construction method is part of a major expansion of El Cosmico, a 21-acre hotel and campground. The project, led by Austin-based company Icon, will add 43 new hotel units and 18 residential homes, all built using 3D printing technology. The printer, known as Vulcan, stands at a massive 15 feet tall and 46 feet wide. It is currently printing the first 2 units, a 3-bedroom residential space and a single-room hotel unit. El Cosmico's owner, Liz Lambert, says the technology gives her creative freedom to design spaces with curves, domes, and arches, features that would be too costly with traditional construction.
I mean, most hotels are contained within 4 walls, and a lot of times you are building the same unit over and over and over again. I've never been able to build with such little constraint and such fluidity, and just the curves and the domes and the parabolas, it's a crazy way to build.
Icon's CEO Jason Billard says, unlike traditional construction projects, the printer can work around the clock.
And then sort of the magic happens in the admixtures that allow us to continue printing. This printer has now been running for something like 36 hours straight. And it allows us to print, overnight lessons.
However, experts caution that while 3D printing may streamline construction, it could also impact local jobs in remote areas where skilled labor might be displaced by automation. The full expansion of El Cosmico is expected to be completed in 2026. Icon is also working on other major projects, including a 3D printed neighborhood in Texas, and even collaborating with NASA to develop technology for building structures on the moon. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Handy Gui. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.